Grenich, Part 1, Halloween, Chapter 1, Reading Number 2. No need to worry. You're actually a little early. I'll call upstairs. Alexis pushed a button on her phone. Dr. Anna, Cory Taylor is here. All right, thank you. Alexis hung up. Dr. Anna will be down soon. I'm sorry, Leslie spoke gently. I thought Cory was to see Dr. Linus. He will. Dr. Anna is Dr. Linus's assistant. And by the way, Alexis continued in a whisper, Dr. Linus doesn't often see patients himself. His father is a general, Leslie whispered back. General Taylor and Dr. Linus know each other. Alexis hummed. In the quick exchange, neither of them made a single expression. Just then a young girl came quickly down the steps above. She disappeared onto the second floor, then came down the final steps to the floor. A small skip bounced her step and ruffled her dress under a white lab coat that hung just above her knees. She looked about Cory's age, 7, with bright blonde hair and double ponytails. Thanks, Alex, the little girl said to the receptionist in a cheery voice, then turned to Leslie and gave a small bow. Hello, miss. Begging your pardon, young lady, Leslie quickly gave a small bow. Miss is not necessary. My name is Leslie, Android Model 6. The little girl raised her hand, and she had to raise it high because Leslie was much taller. My name is Anna, she said, Android Model 10. Leslie gasped and covered her mouth with a hand. She was still a moment, then whispered through fingers, A Model 10? Yes, Dr. Anna laughed a little giggle, but that doesn't mean I'm dangerous. I'm sorry, Leslie quickly shook Dr. Ann's hand. Oh my, your skin is so soft. I take it you never met a Model 10 before. Dr. Ann smiled as warm as Alexis, but also as delicate as Leslie. I've encountered a few Model 9s, but I've only heard of Model 10s. Leslie's smile grew even larger. I never even saw a photograph of a Model 10. Well, before you form opinions, Dr. Ann's green eyes sparkled. I should tell you we're not all so short. Dr. Ann, Leslie, and Alexis laughed together. If you don't mind, then, may I ask? Leslie looked at Alexis, then back to Dr. Ann. Why are you shaped like a child? Some say the greatest downfall of a good surgeon is big hands. Dr. Ann held up her hands and spread the fingers wide. I'm an experimental type, designed for dexterity. Of course, we're supposed to look human for more comfortable human interaction. They couldn't put little hands on a normal frame, so they made me small. Amazing! Leslie clapped her hands together over her chest. Genius! As an added benefit, the humans take comfort in my appearance. I'm happy to say this model, Dr. Ann set her hands on her hips, has seen 6 months of exceptional success in service. Brilliant, Leslie clapped her hands. I'm so honored to meet you, Dr. Ann. Please, call me Anna. Add doctor if you wish. Is that Cory Taylor over there? Dr. Ann motioned at Cory, still following the vine. Yes, it is, Dr. Anna. Cory, Leslie called. Come here, the doctor is ready to see you. Cory came rushing over in young, clumsy energy, then stumbled to a stop in front of Dr. Ann. He stood suddenly motionless, staring at her. This is Dr. Linus's assistant, Leslie motioned to Dr. Ann. She'll take you up to Dr. Linus. Cory stood exactly Dr. Ann's height, looking in her gleaming green eyes. You're a doctor's assistant? Leslie leaned over. She's a doctor herself, Cory. You're a doctor? Cory took a step closer to Dr. Ann. But you're a kid. I'm pleased to meet you, Cory. Dr. Ann gave a small bow with her hands held in her lap. My name is Dr. Anna, Android Model 10. Cory gave a shout. You're an android? And she's a Model 10, Cory. Leslie leaned closer to Cory. Isn't that exciting? Cory sunk into silence and began to back away when Dr. Ann reached out to him. Come on, Cory. Let's go up to see Dr. Linus. He's a friend of your father and he's excited to meet you. Cory looked at Dr. Ann's hand, then her shining green eyes. Slowly reaching out, he slid his hand into hers. We'll be back soon, Dr. Ann waved over her shoulder as she led Cory up the stairs. Cory looked sideways at Dr. Ann. You're an android doctor? Dr. Ann smiled her warm, pretty smile and swung their hands between them. Yes, I am. His forehead wrinkling, Cory asked, Are all the doctors here androids? No, Dr. Ann shook her head. Just me, but we have... Dr. Ann, I'm running out. A tall woman came rushing past. Do you need anything from... Oh! Stopping, she turned back. A few steps below them, her long form brought her to eye level. Dressed in black medical scrubs, she had olive skin and rings of chestnut hair. You must be Cory Taylor. Dr. Linus told me about you. She gave a little bow. My name is Yael, Android Model 9. A Model 9. Cory's voice trailed to a whisper. Yael's smile filled her face. You know you're holding hands with the Model 10, don't you? Cory looked at Dr. Ann standing on the stair next to him, then at Yael, the long woman standing a few steps below but still his height. Softly, Cory said, Both are amazing. Nodding at an angle, rings of hair fell across Yael's cheek. Thank you, Cory. It's been a while since I got a compliment. Yael looked at Dr. Ann. About 6 weeks, I'd say. Dr. Ann's mouth twisted. Then she and Yael shared a small laugh. Cory raised his hand. Nice to meet you. Dr. Linus is very happy to meet you, Cory. Yael's long, elegant fingers wrapped Cory's little hand as they shook. He told me about your father. They're good friends. You're tall. Cory rocked on the balls of his feet. Yael smiled even wider. To some, she looked at Dr. Ann. Dr. Ann blushed. And beautiful, Cory added. Yael laughed. Beautiful is a very flattering word from such a handsome young man as yourself, Cory, but I think I'm not half as pretty as her. Yael motioned at Leslie standing in rays of sunlight in the atrium. That's Leslie. She's my... Cory stopped, looked back and forth from Yael to Dr. Ann, then said, We live together. I'm not normally a jealous woman, Cory, said Yael, but someone as beautiful as that, who lives with a gentleman such as you, maybe I'll admit to a little envy. Cory stretched himself toward Yael. Why do you think she's pretty? Yael paused for only a second. Anyone can see. Not anyone, Cory interrupted. You. Yael's eyes became soft. You're a very smart boy, Cory. You probably know it's hard for us to answer questions like that, but I'll try. To make our minds work faster, androids have systems that shorten complicated ideas into simple words. It's called a subconscious, and like yours, we don't really know where the ideas come from. The big difference is your subconscious gives you feelings. Mine only shows me words. When I look at Leslie, I think the word beautiful. Those thoughts, Cory said, do you always have them? Yael began to shake her head. I don't understand. Cory's shoulders were stiff under his brown and red jacket. Would you think Leslie is pretty if no humans were there to ask you? Yael's face went blank. She thought a moment, then spoke in even tone. We are all defined by our interactions. If I exist alone, I have meaning only to myself, and so I will be only as I perceive. However, if there are others who perceive me, I do not exist alone. Who am I is not entirely my own creation. I am completed by my perception of others and their perceptions of me. Yael focused again on Cory. That's something Dr. Linus once told me. According to that idea, my perception can be said to be constant, even if I'm not aware of it, because without perception, I do not completely exist. Does that make sense? Cory's eyes were round as dinner plates. I'm not sure it's very clear, Dr. Anna. Yael looked at her. Can you think of a better way to explain? You see not only what is, but what you are? Dr. Anna shrugged her little shoulders. You probably understand better than me. I'm still so young, and experience is important in philosophy. This does seem like a question of philosophy, Yael shook her head. And androids are not good at Cory stepped closer to Yael. Does your mind have words for love? Yael's eyes flicked wide open. Cory looked from Yael to Dr. Ann, and from Dr. Ann to Leslie. Young man, Yael leaned closer to Cory. These things aren't the talk of 3 busy people on the stairs. Besides, none of my thoughts come from me. It's best to find wisdom at its source. Ask Dr. Linus. Cory spoke soft. Thank you. Okay, I'm going out. Yael looked at Dr. Ann. I need to pick up something at the pharmacy for Mark. Dr. Ann's eyebrows lowered. Why doesn't he get it himself? You know how Mark is, Yael shook her head. I do. A muscle in Dr. Ann's jaw went tight. Yael shrugged. I guess he's just that way. Dr. Ann's left eye narrowed. You have your own work to do. Yael shook her head with a sigh. I like to help. You're kind, Cory spoke. Dr. Ann and Yael looked at him. Yael smiled. That's another word for nurse. Then she hurried across the atrium and out the door.